The book One Well is published by Kids Can Press and written by author Rochelle Strauss. Hi, West Michigan Academy students. I'm here at the Sand Hill Pond. I've come to read you a book called One Well, The Story of Water on Earth by Rochelle Strauss. Imagine for a moment that all the water on the earth came just from one well. This isn't as strange as it sounds. All water on earth is connected. So there is really just one source of water. One global well from which we draw all of our water. Every ocean wave, every lake, stream, and underground river, every raindrop and snowflake, and every bit of ice in glaciers and polar ice caps is part of this global well. So, whether you're turning on a faucet in North America, pulling water from a well in Kenya, or bathing in a river in India, it is all the same water. And because it's all connected, how we treat the water in the well will affect every species on the planet, including us now and for years to come. The water in the well. We live on a watery planet. Almost 70% of Earth's surface is covered with water. This surface water is found in oceans, lakes, rivers, streams, marshes, even in puddles and in the morning dew. There is so much water that if you look down at Earth from space, it would appear blue. But there is also water we can't see beneath the Earth's surface. This groundwater can be found just about everywhere. It fills the cracks in rocks and the spaces between the rocks, grains of sand and soil. Most groundwater is close to the Earth's surface, but some of it is buried quite deep. Water is also frozen in glaciers and polar ice caps, and there is water in the atmosphere. Every one of these water sources feeds the Earth's well. Mr. Sean and I are going to do an activity with you now that will show you where the water is found on the Earth. Stick around.
Hey, West Michigan Academy. We're going to start this activity off with showing you how much water we have on the planet. And to do that, we're going to use this bucket, this 5-gallon bucket, to represent all the water on the planet.
There it goes. He's scooping it up. Is it heavy, Mr. Sean?
About 40 pounds.
What are you doing now, Mr. Sean?
All right, so right now I'm scooping out 1 cup of water out of this 5 gallons. Now this 1 cup of water is going to represent all the water that we have access to that we can drink. The rest of this water, the rest of this 5 gallons is all salt water, which, as you probably know, we can't drink. Although some nations are doing this in communities where they don't have access to fresh water and they have to use very energy intensive practices to remove the salt from the water.
Unusable water to humans. What you got in your hand there, Mr. Sean?
All right, right now I have that cup of water that represents all the fresh water on the planet. But we can't use most of this. Most of this water is locked up in our polar ice caps and in glaciers. In fact, we only have access to about 1/3 of that cup. So I'm gonna dump 1/3 cup right here. The other 2/3 of a cup, again, locked in glaciers and ice caps. I'm gonna dump that out because we can't do anything with it.
What's up next, Mr. Sean?
All right, so again, we're at this about 1/8 of a teaspoon of water availability to us, but much of that water is still trapped in the atmosphere. So if you ever notice on a summer morning some dew on the grass, or when it's cold out and you can see your breath, or when the trees are transpiring, they're all releasing water into the atmosphere. And so that water right there, it is fresh water, but it represents about that much, 1 drop.
What you got left there, Mr. Sean?
What I have left here is all the water left on the planet for us to use. And when I say use, I mean to drink, to water our crops, to go swimming in, to fill up your swimming pools, whatever. So we went from a 5-gallon bucket full of water to this 1 little drop of water. So what I want you guys to do is think about ways that you can conserve water. Maybe talk with your family. See if there's ways that you could reduce how much water you're using at home. Have a great day.